Now, my next guest is celebrating 50 years in show business, and tonight Bonnie Langford is back on stage in Anything Goes. Bonnie, it's a remarkable show, isn't it?
That's not me, though. That's
no,
Kerry
no,
Ellis,
no.
who's fantastic. And she has to do that. I'm not actually in that number. I'm in the wings doing it.
On standby, yes,
and we all
of
do
course.
it at the end together. I mean, you can see how joyous it is. It's just, you hear that music and you just, and see tap dancing sailors. What more could you want,
Absolutely.
really?
And there's so many songs in there that you don't quite link to Anything Goes, and then when you watch it in its entirety, you go, every song, you know every word of it.
Well, it's Cole Porter who wrote the music and lyrics, and, you know, it's 1930s it was written, but it's an absolute classic. And what I love about this show is not only all the tap dancing and the big numbers that, of course, there are, but it's funny. It's hilariously funny, because it's about people getting it wrong and then it all turning out to be happy in the end. And I think we need a bit of that.
Yes, yes.
We need permission to laugh and also know that it's all going to be fine.
It'll be okay in the end. There's clearly a magic about it, though, because, like you said, it was written in the 30s, Broadway, obviously, and it's been going ever since.
Well, yes, there are... It's funny how many times this show has been revived, and generally at a time when we need it the most, because originally it was all put together in order to bring people back to Broadway after the Depression, and so it's set in 1934 on an ocean liner travelling from New York to England, and these people are sort of in this confined environment for 6 days, and they've got all these plans when they go on. I mean, my character, Evangeline Harcourt, she's desperately getting her debutante daughter married to somebody wealthy, a wealthy Englishman, basically to recover their finances after the crash. But what happens is that she, in the end, the daughter marries for love, and so does Evangeline. So it's all lovely. It's, you know, 3 weddings, no funerals. It's gorgeous. And I end up with Mr. Simon Kello, which is a glorious and marvellous thing.
I was just going to say, because the cast is pretty impressive, and you spend a lot of time together.
It's one of those things. It's sort of, there's lots of sliding doors moments in this show. It's like a farce where somebody walks through a door and says something different, and the audience, of course, are in on it all because they know that these characters don't know what's just happened, and therefore they're ready for it all to resolve. But also, you know, there's these beautiful songs. Some of them are just, they're not all high-powered sort of energy ones. We've got It's Still Lovely, I Get a Kick Out of You, a Friendship, which is fun. There's a lovely Dennis Lawson is in the show as well. So, you know, there is something for everyone. And I think it says it all. On the opening night, my mother came, who's 92, and my sister's granddaughter came with them, who's 8. And it covers that whole spectrum. There is something for everyone. And we need it. Good grief, don't we need it?
We do. And you've been back on stage, we're just saying 50 years in show business, Bonnie. I mean, it is a remarkable career. I mean, you were just, what, 7, 8?
Yeah,
when
I was 7
sort of...
when I started at Theatre Royal Drury Lane.
Which is, it is remarkable.
Oh my
I mean,
Lord.
look at that.
I don't know where that was found from. Look, I've still got something on my lap, but this time it's Poppy, but that was my little doll that I bought. That was from America. I went to America when I was 8 and did Gypsy, and she came everywhere with me, that baby June. Oh, that's hilarious.
But isn't it, this is, that your whole life has been catalogued in terms of all of the incredible roles that you've had. It's been... Did you ever have a bucket list of stuff you wanted to do, or were you always happy to step outside of that comfort zone as well?
Well, I think I have been extremely lucky, but you know, you work very hard at it, don't you? You have to keep plugging, you keep pushing forward, and I've always tried to do my very best. But I think if I'd had a bucket list, it probably wouldn't have anything on it that I've actually done. Because the stuff that I've done, I mean, you know, we did Dancing on Ice, and I would never have said I wanted to ice skate, never in a million years. So that was a wonderful experience. And although theatre has been very much a part of my life and sort of been the backbone, I suppose, the sort of the bloodline that's gone through, I've done some extraordinary other things as well. Sometimes I've been a bit sort of nervous about them, and sometimes ignorance is bliss, as with the Dancing on Ice. I didn't know what I was getting myself in for.
You soon learn quickly, though, don't you?
Don't you just? Yes, you learn from the bruises, the headbangers.
Oh, gosh, don't know. I couldn't even watch some of it. One of those sort of projects, I'm guessing, would be Doctor Who, because it's such an iconic series.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a Doctor Who fan, you are a serious Doctor Who fan.
Well, that's it. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I must explain what you said about earlier as well. I I think the confusion, the thing that's so lovely about Doctor Who is that I did it in the 80s. Look at that hair. And I did it in the 80s. But one of the things that has kept going, I think I've been doing them for about sort of 15, 20 years now, are the audio dramas. And through the lockdown, one of the positive things about the lockdown was that we all cleared out our cupboards. And Russell T Davies cleared out his attic and found an old script that he'd written during that time when he was a very young writer, and we recorded it recently. So yeah, we've just recorded that, and it's out. It's an audio drama. And what's great about the audio dramas is that you use your own imagination for your monsters and whatever. Whereas in the 80s, we didn't have quite the budget that they have now, and so. They call the series classic. I'm waiting for them to call it vintage. But at least, you know, Doctor Who is honestly the gift that keeps on giving. It's extraordinary. I still sort of revisit that role on audio.
And because, I guess, because they changed the Doctor and they changed the team around, it kind of reignites a new audience all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, and sci-fi is endless.
Lots of talk about this big reunion, clearly. So, you know, Bonnie,
it's exciting.
It's whether you're going to be there or not. That's you know.
I don't know. It's going to be good. I'm going to watch it. It's going to be very exciting.
I was just, you're a fan still, obviously.
Yeah, well, I think it's just great that it's still alive and
Yeah.
it still has, you know, that's the thing. I mean, we were talking about Anything Goes being an old show. As long as you keep something fresh and it's still relevant and it's about people and you can empathise with it, there's endless possibilities.
Yeah,
so
of course it is. It's one of those shows. So Anything Goes, it's at the Barbican until the 3rd of September. Then hopefully you get some form of break before you start your new show.
Yeah,
Is this a solo show?
Yeah, I'm just doing a couple of nights at the Pheasantry, which is a lovely venue. It's a very intimate venue. It couldn't be more different to the Barbican and Anything Goes. It's just me and my musicians, and we're going to be doing a show. And I've just called it Live and Still Kicking because it seems to be what I do. So yes, so I'll be doing that on October 21st and 22nd, just those for a couple of nights. But it gives me a chance to sort of revisit all the stuff I've done and look at it from my side of the footlights, which can be very different.
Of course,
to those who followed me.
And like we say, there's 50 years worth there of just incredible stuff, though, Bonnie. It is a remarkable career when you look back at all of those wonderful things. It's a talent you clearly
and I'm only
have.
27. How can we work this out, Christine? How can we work this
Me
out?
too. As always, it's a pleasure, Bonnie. Thank
so
you, Poppy.
much.
You're the best behaved little dog I've ever seen
so
on the
much.
TV. She's beautiful.
Thank
yes, thank you so much,
very
Bonnie.
much.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.